All right. Well, there's definitely some psychotic stuff, and once again, I definitely control the stock market. There's no denying it at this point. Okay. I never thought in a million years I'd be getting out of these $57 puts with 1 day to spare. Never. Never did I think that this morning. Okay. When I saw that gap up, I was like, okay, these puts are definitely ruined. So the next thing you know, if I'm gonna be able to get out of these flat, I gotta take the money and run, right? That's your sign to sell. I'm a really just cannot believe what's going on right now. I turned the television on. Last time flash crash happened on a Thursday. We're right in the heart of it again. We're just waiting for the key phrases that we need to now hear is systemic. Systemic risk. The system is collapsing. Every government has no money. Everybody needs a bailout. And you know what? There's no more money. China's not lending any more money. There are no more nations ready to bail anybody else out. Systemic risk. That's what we're going to have to hear over the weekend. Nobody's going to want to be concerned with that. Everybody's selling. It's time to get out. Right? Makes sense. That's what happened. That's already happened right now. I got out of my puts, sold some. I was so happy to get some money out of it. Sold some at 25, sold some at 30, sold the rest at 35. Pretty much took what I thought was going to be a $2,000 loss and turned it into only a $250 loss. To me, that's a winning trade. But now, of course, I could have got out of the whole thing flat. But hindsight, of course, is 2020. Now, let's take a look at the Akamai. Ooh, maybe somebody knows something. You know that crossed my mind. That was the first stock today. The market was still basically strong. And we saw Akamai getting weak immediately right out of the bat because I own it. I own it. And this is one of those times where I have to say, thankfully, this is only one of those 300 share lots. So we're not talking about a great risk here. Here's one of my new losses. I just added X because what did I say? I said, if this thing ever sees 43 again, I'm going to buy it. And I left my order out there. Never thought it would hit 43, but you got to remember where I am right now. Where am I? I'm at home. What am I doing? I'm watching my kids. What am I doing? I'm going shopping. What am I doing? Oh, I'm going to pick this kid up to bring him to camp. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I'm taking phone calls from my wife because she forgot her green shoes and I have to go drive down the road to meet her halfway to give her her green shoes. What am I doing through all this? I'm trying to actually trade. What happens now? Sometimes those situations work out for you. Good thing I wasn't at the desk. Everything worked out for me, and now I can just take profits on those positions. But we're talking about this guy right here. Does that ever happen to this guy? No. What happens to this guy? The orders that I leave out there get done, and those become awful trades. And the ones that I did get out of, like the LinkedIn, because you can't short the stock. And like I said, the best way to trade is find one trade that you're really confident in and do that trade and call it a day. That's what I was thinking this day was going to shape out to be. I was already looking at these Qs as a complete loss, so making some money on the LinkedIn made me feel good. And my day was almost completely over. Next thing you know, all hell's breaking loose. What? Systemic? Have they mentioned systemic on television yet? I'm ready. I'm ready for those buzzwords. Wheel out the Bears again. They don't even know what to do on CNBC. They're probably booking one set of people, and then before they even get to the studio, calling the other guys. They probably got a couple of guys in the closet ready to go. This is just crazy. Crazy, absolutely lunatic. And you know what? In the midst of all this, we have Google numbers coming out. Nobody even cares. And also, you know what? I'm thinking LinkedIn now controls the market. Remember how the Baidu indicator used to foretell where the market was going to go? I've been watching LinkedIn. LinkedIn has actually been doing what is happening before the market reacts. So LinkedIn went negative. I made some money selling some calls that expired yesterday because as soon as the LinkedIn went negative, I tried to sell the 110s that I sold to 105s. Made a little bit of money on them, got out of them because obviously you know what LinkedIn could do. It could easily go up 10, 15 points tomorrow, especially if the Google numbers are that extraordinary. We might lift all boats just in case the market doesn't go to zero. But as you know right now, I'm down to basically 1,000 shares of the Qs short. I basically have wiped out all of my naked calls and puts. I'm almost flat on the Qs, which is I haven't been flat on the Qs in, 7 years, 8 years. And right now, the last trade was getting out of the shorts. So, we are proceeding to fall the fuck apart. So that's the story. I'm going to have to dump the X here, so I don't know. I'm not about to start holding on to stocks if we're just going to go into systemic risk talk again. Greece, Italy, Portugal, what's next? Now we're going to start coming up with countries that don't even exist. They'll just say that they're going out of business. Everyone's going out of business. Capitalism is being just thwarted. Oh, the QE2 talk, the QE3 talk. See, the thing is, they shouldn't talk about QE anymore. What they should do is just do it. Support the stock market, whatever they were doing, all the buying on dips, how that was working out. Continue to do that, but don't tell us about it. Make us think the market's actually acting better on its own. Ooh, there's something for you. There's something for you. Okay, so I don't know what to tell you, people. Let's see. I sold those Qs, those 57 puts. That's percentage-wise, it's just phenomenal what I just did to myself. Phenomenal. I mean, I bought these going back 2 weeks ago when after the 9-day rally, we had that first pause. That's when I got into these. I paid 35 cents for them. Then I bought some more at 30. Then they were down to 8 cents today. I think they were down to 7, and they were 25 yesterday. So I was like, you know what? If I could get out of some at 25, I'll call it a not such a bad trade after all. But here I am. They're trading at 40 bid now. You can't make this shit up, people. I control the stock market. Now, here's what I want you to do. Do you want the market to rally? Do you want me to save the market right now? Do you want me to prove that the market revolves around me? But I don't do this for free anymore. So send me $500 and I will sell the July 58 calls that expire tomorrow for 4 cents. Makes no sense to sell them at 4 cents. What am I going to make? If I sell 50 calls, and this is normally what I do, but in this market, I can't even put that out there. But if you send me the money in advance, I'll be glad to help you out. So if you want the market to rally, okay, I will sell 100 $58 calls. Basically take in $400, betting that the market and the Qs will not breach 58 tomorrow. So if I do that trade, what does that mean? That means the market will rally because I will have to sweat it out right to 359, holding on for dear life when the Google gap's up 60 points tomorrow. Everything revolves around me, and that's the way it is. All right? That's the way it is. Akamai, at this point, I don't know. Maybe the competition has gotten to it, but that stock was acting really, really great, and now it's acting really, really bad. Same thing with the U.S. Steel. And this is the worst part of it all. I was done with the U.S. Steel. I was done with the Akamai. I was moving on to new things. I was trading the LinkedIn pretty well. I started trading more just on the Qs. I was actually I was doing well with the Yandex, trading just, little lots just to have something to talk about, to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Next thing you know, I dip my toe back in the Akamai, get it chopped off. I dip my toe back in the U.S. Steel, getting smoked. It's crazy. All right, people. Well, that's my stance. I own some Akamai, I own some U.S. Steel. I'm not touching the Google. And right now, I am still basically biased to the short side on the Qs. And probably I will be I'm almost 100% completely flat on the Qs. I'm talking about, the Novembers that I had out there, I had leaps out there. Basically, just cut it loose, and that's it. Because right now, selling the premium isn't as beneficial as to playing these monumental, psychotic moves that we've been having. There's really no reason to be selling these things right now, people. You're taking the risk reward is just so not in your favor. So not in your favor. And that's what this is all about. Risk management, money management, trying to take whatever you can out of this craziness. So be good, and hopefully that this wasn't, what was the word that I was referred to as? Intolerable, Phil. Intolerable? Really? I know sometimes I could ramble on, but intolerable, was it? I guess sometimes when I'm trying to make a point, I don't get to that point. But I think I just gave you 9 minutes of pure points and counterpoints and rebuttals, ideas to... See, this is where the intolerable part comes in, I guess. Okay, well, the market just started rallying because I just hinted at doing that trade. It's amazing. It's the Matrix. It's watching me.